Welcome to this evening here in Cheshire, a beautiful evening. Welcome to our Window into the Seminary podcast. I am Brother Sterling Foley from Louisiana, and I'm joined here with my fellow teammate, actually, Brother Rodrigo. Brother Rodrigo, could you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, absolutely. I'm Brother Rodrigo. I'm from Avila, Spain. I'm 23. We're gonna talk. We are gonna have a really good conversation now.
Yes. So Brother Rodrigo, as he said, is from Avila, the famous Avila, Spain, where you might know St. Teresa of Avila, St. John of the Cross, the great Spanish saints are from that same region, so we have a lot of expectation with his vocation. But tonight we're going to talk about an experience you had in Spain at this somewhat of a theme park or something like that. Maybe you could explain what it is, what its name is, and your experience there.
Yeah, it's a historical theme park. It's called Puy du Fou.
Puy du Fou.
Yeah, it's
And
from France.
French, okay.
Yeah. They start there, and it's a historical park. And they built as a village there from the Middle Ages. And you can have the experience like join in these ages, no?
Oh, wow.
And it's unbelievable the experience that you can do it.
So you actually go in and you're like transported, almost like a time travel into this experience of some time in Spain, or?
Right, imagine that. You can go, you can drive to a city. In Spain is in Toledo.
Okay, Toledo.
And you go there and you start to see like a castle. And you say, what? And you join for a gate, and you start to see like a neighborhood, but for the Middle Ages. The streets, the people dressed like in the Middle Ages.
Oh, wow.
Everything is for that. Also the restaurants,
okay,
the shops, everything is ambiented in that.
So what story are they trying to tell with this, or what are they trying to communicate to the people by having this setup?
Yeah. They try to put the history in your moment, no? To have the experience for that moment. Also, they have some shows, some performance.
Okay.
And
so there's people that work at the park.
They work at the park.
And they're in character and everything.
There you go.
Okay.
And they start to talk with the people and explaining some historical moments. For example, some ordinary life, some moments for the ordinary life that you can feel like a mirror in our time, no?
Oh, wow.
For example, a neighborhood.
Okay.
A typical neighborhood in Spain.
Yeah.
And you can see that is more or less the same, that in the Middle Ages, right now, how is the difference and how is the similar?
Ah, okay. So you're able to make that contrast. Now, what has been the experience of the people? Is it popular? Is it growing, or what's been the kind of response of the culture?
It came to Spain in 2021 and was unexpected success.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for this year, they hope to have like 1.5 million visits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And why is it so, like, through your experience, why is it so popular?
So I went there in summer in 2021 during my candidacy.
Okay.
I spent the whole day there, and I
went as a candidate.
As a candidate
with all the other candidates.
Okay, wow. With some fathers.
With some fathers, okay.
Yeah, with some priests there, and we went to a restaurant there with some wine, with some Spanish wine, cheese, pork. But in this ambient, no? In this spirit. Yeah. Also, they have one show that is called the Dream of Toledo.
Okay.
And they talk about the history that the river saw. Because it's the river,
yes. Okay.
And they start to talk about the gods, from the gods, and they in the beginning to what it saw, no? For example, when some wars and uh, how was the Christianity also in Spain. You know, for example, one moment when was the apparition of Our Lady to San Ildefonso, and she puts the vestment to the saint.
Oh, wow.
You know, he was a priest. Mary put investments to San Ildefonso. Or also they arrived to the Civil War, and how was it? How
okay.
you can join there and you can start to see how was it. And I think that one point for the success was the truthfulness and how they talk and how they narrate the truth.
So Spanish history is rich in Catholicism. It's so fundamental, so interwoven into Spanish history. So they portray that.
Yep. And
also, according to you, like it's well portrayed.
Super well, and also was with the mix of cultures, no? The Arabic culture.
Yes, coming in.
And a lot of this culture, and how Christ joining Spain, in the people, in the society, the way of living there.
So how the faith, really transformed the society. Yeah. That's interesting, because here in the United States, it reminds me of some things that have really become popular, like the Chosen series, which is about the life of Christ. We also saw this summer how really kind of an underdog in the film industry, The Sound of Freedom, about deep truth and about what's going on in the world and how we can respond, are gaining popularity, and people are actually interested in this stuff, which is counter to what you would think. Maybe when these people were coming up with this idea or putting their talents into it, maybe they thought it was going to be a failure. But now they're starting to see that it actually is gaining traction, and people are interested in the truth and in the faith, and going to see that. So it's very interesting. No roller coasters.
No.
Yeah, just a good history lesson in person.
The truth, no?
Right.
Everybody enjoy these shows, performance, because of that, no? Because you can feel, you can see the truth.
So we're studying humanities here in Cheshire. We're in our 3rd and 4th year in the Legion, and this is your first year here in studying the humanities. What has the impact either the park had on your formation, on your humanities, or how have you seen the park now that you've taken humanities?
Yeah. Now I'm thinking how can we listen better? How can we start to see, to listen the history, our brothers, our history, and also for me was super helpful to see how can we put Christ, how can we put our life in the middle of the society,
Yes.
It's a part of our charism also.
Yes.
To join in the middle of the world and put there the truth.
Yes. It reminds me, yesterday we were visiting one of the museums, and this artist came up to one of the brothers and asked him, seriously, I'm a Catholic and I'm an artist. How do I mix those two? And how do I share the faith in an attractive way? But holding to the truth, but also portraying something that people can relate to. And it sounds like that's what they're doing here in Spain through this park. So I would love to visit it someday. I know you had the chance, but we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll continue to grow. Do you see it maybe getting outside of Europe and coming maybe here to the United States or beyond?
Who knows? But it will be amazing, no, to show the history in this way, in this month.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you so much.
I think just for me, it just is a sign of hope, that there's hope in the world, that there's people that are putting their talents, their treasure, and their time to good use for the gospel, for presenting it to people in an attractive way, something that they can experience and live. So it's really amazing to hear that. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you so much for Sterling.